everyone needs to be extremely careful with this Easter event, because even myself, I was going through stuff late last night, literally like after midnight, and I made a huge mistake on my main account, which I now realize this morning was a big oopsie now that I'm going through it on some other accounts. It is still a really, really good event, but you really have to be careful. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So today we're going to actually manually do this entire event on one of our alternate accounts, just to show you guys how to not mess this up. So first things first, we basically have all the wishing coins. We're like a couple short, so we'll just buy them at the end here. Get all of our wishing coins done, get all of our gems spent. Those are going to be the two most important things about this. And then when you get into the actual event, that's when you really have to start being careful. Because even on my main account, I completely messed this up. I made a whole video about it. I occasionally watch my own videos. I'm watching it, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the one that messed it up, because you actually have to pick the outfit yourself. It really matters. You can't just go for the loot that you necessarily want. You need to pick the outfit setup. So if that doesn't make any sense, we'll show you guys here in a second. We're going to go through and get every last piece here. Okay, so we need to come over here. We just buy up one thing of these. Looks good. And then that is all of our wishing coins. Oh my gosh. You still can't tell. It's extremely early in the morning. There we go. Cool. Grab all this out. Good. I say good, but then this game just never actually gives you your mail when you open the mail, which is so one of these days it'll work, right? Feels like it's getting worse and worse though. Back into the game here. Okay, so that gives us 180. So when we start, there's of course 4 different styles at your disposal: Fortress, Forest, Shadow, Abyss. Now, we want to go for either Forest or Shadow, depending on which one you want to accumulate. So what happens is when we go to start these dolls, it depends on what you want here. So you have to be picking the right thing. I went with the top one, which is Fortress. And I guess you just have to answer the prompts properly. So like in this one, if I want to go for, let's say we're going to go for the Shadow style. That probably means I want gloomy. I feel like naughty is Abyss. I feel like this. Is there any actual indicator? I don't think so. So let's, if we do gloomy here, gloomy get us on the right path, or is there like one final thing at the end that kind of does it? Because I think what you have to do is you have to pay attention over here to what you're picking. Maybe it's the very last item. That gives us a flower. Here we go. The style clothes. So here's the big important part. Step 5. Little itty bitty icon right here. See, it says Fortress. You got Forest. You got Shadow. You got Abyss. So really it just comes down to whichever the last one is, but they make it so unrecognizable if you weren't paying attention. Yeah, it does have the name, of course, but when I was doing it half asleep, I'm just looking and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. So yeah, step 5 is most definitely the most important part here. So make sure this is what you pick. If you want Forest, you're gonna have to pick Forest. That means this is back to being an absolutely amazing event, because you can actually get all the things you want. You can claim it out. This account, we can't do like the gems portion really, just because we don't really have gems. But if we had saved gems up, it would be pretty good. Now, I also want to say the egg portion of this event is very, very good. And I'm actually going to recycle that footage from last night into this video. So if you guys were up super early with me, you might have caught some of this. Don't worry, we fixed it. It's not bad anymore. Is we have access to open a ton of these right now. We can just go ahead and buy all 60 of these eggs to see exactly what this is going to generate us. Now, Honestly, this will be a good look actually, because I think, ooh, no, this only gives us 120. We'll do some spending tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's see what we can get here as far as superb eggs, because there's a 10% chance for each one of these that we can get an egg. We open all of them at the same time. That's a little too anticlimactic. Let's do 10 at a time. We should get one. We did get one. So if math checks out good for us, we will end up with 6 of these superb eggs. However, we do seem to be high rolling just a little bit, which is pretty good so far. Another egg right there. I'll take it. If we can high roll like 1 or 2 more, that would be cool. Talk about a high roll. We hit 3 of them right there. We will definitely take that. Open up 10 more. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're doing really good. So we should have only come away with 6. We actually ended up with 11. Now, these are giving us those trollish fantasy starry gems. We'll see how that goes. Now, it's only a 4% to get this, but there's some scattered spirit vein and there's some aurora gems up for grabs for free-to-play players as well. So this could be spicy for free-to-play. We're going to open all 11 at once. It looks like we got 1. We got some decent resources, and these, yeah, these have the individual shards open to get 1-star shards. These have the 3600. And we got 1 diamond egg. Now this diamond egg does guarantee it actually guarantees this festival. Okay, let's see what we high roll. Oh, 50,000 scattered spirit vein. That's actually one of the best options. That's actually the best options besides an entire divine aurora power gem. So that's pretty good. That already brings us up to 120. So you guys get to see what we did with our eggs and everything. Again, apologies if you guys saw the super early video. And again, this is why recording stuff at like 1 a.m. is not always the best option. But when you have time, when you have kids, you have time and you try to make it done. But I'm fixing it. I'm not leaving it up because that was pretty garbage video. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are able to get all of these things this week, because let's be honest, it's back to being one of the best events we've seen in a very long time, especially for our free-to-play account, which we might jump in and do a little bit later today as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the entire loop for double rewards, but at the very least, we're going to get single rewards on our free-to-play. So that is what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.